What's good? You're listening to Daniel and Gian Talk Shit. I am Gian.
And I'm Daniel.
And today we have two very special guests. The amazing tag team duo, the Rock N Rodeo Express, TMD and Moonshine, Rex Calhoun. What's up, guys?
That's me.
How's it going?
That's me.
We could tell.
That handsome devil back there, that's me.
Best 8x10 in the whole world. Hey, right here.
Right here.
Best 8x10 in the whole world.
Right here.
Right there.
All right. Talking to your mics, guys.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Anyway, this is going off to a great start so far.
Technical difficulties.
Way better, way better.
So what's up, guys? How long you guys been a tag team?
We've been running these roads strong now about, I'd say...
About 2 years.
Thanks for coming. This is your second time on the show, TMD.
Yes, sir.
Introduce yourselves. Give us a little promo about,
I am the ladies' pet, the men's regret, 125 pounds of muscle and steel and sex appeal, the reflection of perfection. I am the one and only Mr. TMD.
So from that intro, your scale is lying to you, and so is your mirror.
No, I think you're blind. I just think...
That's like a wacky mirror that you got at the house.
You have a retina problem.
And a fucked up scale.
No.
125?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
of muscle and steel and sex appeal.
Mighty Mouse is 125 pounds.
Who's Mighty Mouse?
The UFC champion for 125. Is it 125?
Yeah, he's 125.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie right there. Because I know for a fact that's not Mighty Mouse.
What?
Isn't Mighty Mouse the cartoon character,
Does he come to the ring? Here I come to save the day. Does he do that?
No, he fights in the octagon.
He doesn't fly either.
That's neither here nor there. We are the Rock N Rodeo Express, and this is my cohort.
Y'all are blessed to have Moonshine Rex Calhoun, 225 pounds of beer, steel, and kicking rears.
That didn't rhyme at all.
I'm not as linguistically blessed as my cohort here, True Muff Daddy, but
That's
together we are 350 pounds of muscle and steel,
and sex appeal.
Hailing live and direct from the middle of nowhere, at the center of everywhere.
Center?
Of everywhere.
Damn, we got to work on that one.
We're getting it together,
No, it's fine. It's been 2 years.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Absolutely. So, what made you guys decide? What made you guys decide to combine powers and take over the world of indie wrestling?
Oh, that's an easy question. He likes Green Lantern and I like Captain America. So we decided just to emulate our superheroes and just take on the evil forces of indie pro wrestling, I guess. No.
Let me ask you then, what is rock and roll about Captain America and what is rodeo about
Are
Green
you kidding me?
Lantern?
What's rock and roll about Captain America?
I want to know, because for
Red,
me,
white, and fucking blue? What's more rock and roll than the colors of the great country of the USA?
it's funny that you mentioned that since the biggest rock bands in the world are from England.
Leonard Skinner?
I don't know if they're bigger than Led Zeppelin.
They're almost...
but that's what they're one of the biggest rock bands of all time, and they're from the
They're
South.
also all dead.
The Beatles?
No, they're not all
The
dead.
Beatles.
There's one left.
The Beatles from the heart of America in Liverpool.
The Beatles.
Kiss? Kiss?
Kiss.
All right,
Let's
Kiss?
see. How many albums do you think Leonard Skinner sold?
Fuck, dude. I don't know. How many calories do you think is in orange chicken?
A lot.
Okay, well, they sold a lot. Let's just go with that.
I would actually say the biggest.
28 million.
That's a fucking lot, dude.
The best-selling American rock band
Metallica.
Of all time?
Fleetwood Mac.
Metallica, Bruce Springsteen.
I'd have to say the Stones or the Beatles.
I said
Celine
American.
Dion.
Oh,
And
American,
once again,
American.
you're proving my point.
American.
But
Okay, I'm
England.
sorry. American. Shoot. I don't know. Okay.
Fleetwood Mac, man.
You got me there.
Fleetwood Mac.
I love Stevie Nicks.
Justin Bieber.
Do you consider Fleetwood Mac an American band, though, considering it started in England and the drummer, who was the head of the band, it was English?
According to Wikipedia, it's a British-American rock band.
I just like
Sold more than 100 million records, though.
the fact that it's fronted by two women and the drummer was banging everybody in the band. Stevie Nicks has some really nice bazonkies. Did cocaine. I mean, that's pretty American.
Okay, well, she is American, so we gotta
So I'd
give her that
say,
much.
yeah.
What's the name of the guitar player in Fleetwood Mac? Because he's got like a woman's name. His name's like Stacy or some shit like that.
Lindsay.
It's Lindsay. Lindsay
C-
Buckingham.
There you go.
He is. I thought he was English.
You know
He's
your
also
stuff.
American.
Well, with the name like Buckingham.
Yeah, I figured he was like a direct descendant of the palace.
Literally.
Like his great-great-great-grandfather built Buckingham Palace. But I might be wrong. I'm obviously wrong.
You ready to debut our brand new song?
Let's rock it.
All right. Okay, so with the Rock N Rodeo Express, and that's just not a gimmick; it's a lifestyle, And
24/7.
yeah, 365, 366 on a leap year. Fuck you, little Larry. We wrote a song, and it's really intricate. It took some time actually.
2 years in the making.
2 years in the making. You ready to debut this?
The world needs to hear what the Rock N Rodeo Express has to offer.
All right. What, are we gonna hold hands or what?
No, that
Oh.
was,
Okay, ready?
that. Yeah.
Give me a count.
Premiere.
When the lights are off and the door is closed, don't you come a knocking, cause I'm in there rocking. Don't you give me sass when I grab that ass.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. It's 2 years in the making. We're taking our
crisp,
time.
It's clean.
You have got to buy the CD because it's gonna be released on
2019.
SoundCloud tonight.
It's gonna come out tonight.
Yeah. Fuck it, we're releasing it tonight.
Never mind.
So you're gonna write the rest of the album after this
It's a single.
podcast?
Oh, we
See?
got like
Oh, it's
6
just-
more
You're always
songs.
putting the
Wait.
wagon before the horse, asshole. It's a fucking single with a B-side.
Oh, okay. So what are the other tracks?
Should we play the other track?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You heard
play the other
it
track.
here. You heard it here first, guys.
I gotta warm up a little bit. Him. All right.
Dos mujeres esta noche
In la noche,
con my pipi.
my pipirichi. No?
Yes.
Go,
dude,
come on,
that
continue.
was
Why'd you
awesome.
stop? Mid-song. Come on.
Oh no.
Dos mujeres esta noche.
La noche.
One more time. One more time. Do that again. Esta noche.
La noche.
Live and direct, folks. World
Yeah.
premiere.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, see, we gotta work that one out a little bit.
You asked for the
But you'll
premiere.
get it out
That
by
was a little
tonight,
hint.
though, right? You're gonna
Right.
work
That's
out
a
all the
taste.
kinks by tonight.
Yep, we're releasing that tonight. As a matter of fact, we're gonna as soon as this is done, we're gonna work on that and press it up and
Shine it up real nice.
Yeah.
And we got an added bonus for you guys. This isn't going to come out until tomorrow, so technically you could put it out tomorrow and people won't know.
Even better.
And our 8x10s are available online as well. if
Oh,
you
that's
want
a
one of those.
I thought it was a comic book cover.
Oh, even better.
Well, it's not.
we
a
do
comic
have a
book
comic
cover.
book coming out one day, but this isn't it. This is an 8x10.
I take that as a
autograph.
compliment
Right,
because
yeah.
most comic book covers feature guys who are really
Myself.
ripped and yoked.
Did you guys autograph that?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
I guess that counts.
Yes.
And they're available online. Facebook.com/Rock N Rodeo Express.
$75.99.
$75.99.
Yeah.
That's steep.
That's for Daniel.
Is that like
that's Daniel's
Oh
price?
yeah, okay, that's
Daniel's
fair.
price.
That's fair. I get
Um,
that. So let's get back into it, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me, what is the Rock and Rodeo Express all about? What do you guys stand for?
I would have to say the Rock and Rodeo Express is all about getting together, getting loud and proud, drinking really cold beer, Fireball, whiskey, having a Tonga kid drive you home because you're so drunk.
You sound like a role model for the kids.
I don't really know. I'm not sure if that's our demographic. Moonshine?
No, I don't think that's our demographic.
What
I
is your
think-
demographic? What age range?
I would say 18.
Yeah,
18.
Well, I mean, if you're winger, it could be 17.
18 to 56.
18 to 56. Okay.
57.
Got it.
Depending.
And a half.
So those 58-year-olds, they're just they're just too fucking old, huh?
Kind of, a little past their prime.
Their time is done.
They're going to be pushing up Daisy soon.
I don't know if I'm out of turn for
in
saying this, but I have heard that Moonshine Rex Calhoun will knock the dust off a 60-year-old pussy.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but like I said, 18 to 56, possibly 57.
Got it.
So it was a 57-year-old that you
Possibly.
had the no pants
There are a
dance
lot
with.
of very attractive 57-year-old women at the gym.
That's cool.
Sometimes.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
No, that's your flavor.
As
man.
long as you ask permission first, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just
saying,
making sure.
This show is about consent. We
Yeah.
are a consent podcast.
Yeah. No means no.
No means no.
No means no.
Okay, well,
Even if you think it means yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I've
Let's
agreed
get
from
that,
the very beginning.
Let's get that straight. So where'd you guys train? Where'd you guys meet?
Yeah.
That's a better question. Where did you meet?
Knox Pro, Sun Valley, California.
Okay.
This was 4 years ago for me. I don't know exactly when he started. He's a little bit older than me. But we were both trained by Count of California, Black Pearl, Rikishi, Salofa Fatu, Vampire Warrior, Gangrel, one of the toughest unnatural or otherworldly people.
Undead.
I
Yeah,
know.
undead.
I wouldn't say undead because he definitely does have a heart, but otherworldly.
Otherworldly, yeah.
He's in the in-between.
So if you say
In
he's-
between.
so if he has a heart, you're saying he's like Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like his heart still works. He just can't have sex because if he has sex, then he goes to his evil side.
I don't know anything about that, but I do know he has a heart of gold. So and he's not undead,
Which is a great Neil Young song.
Can you play that one for us?
No,
Yeah,
you're just asking
Oh,
too much
right.
now. I mean, because I didn't
I mean,
rehearse
no.
it, and you're just
okay.
gonna expose my,
Your greatness?
unprepared. No,
Oh.
no, that's already been exposed, bro. I'm talking about my lack of greatness.
All right.
So yeah, we've been hanging and banging, running up and down the roads now about 2 years. Met at Knox Pro, and been doing our thing now. I say for about the last.
And this would be our thing, promoting our 8x10s and kicking ass without taking any sass.
Was it love at first sight?
No.
On
Are you
his
talking
part,
about-
it probably was, but my part, it
you see,
wasn't.
this guy, let's say, second, third show, I'm going out there, I'm listening to music, and I haven't listened to music since this. He says, hey, what you listen to? And I say, oh, I'm listening to some Smashing Pumpkins. And he's like, oh, what song? And I don't remember. I told him, oh, this and that. He's like, oh, I never heard of those songs. Must be gay. Walks away. Haven't listened
That
to
was a
music
compliment. The song probably would make you happy. That's why I said that.
since. Yeah.
So you're saying some uplifting things, right? Yeah.
I took it
I
as
don't
an
tear
insult
people
at the time.
down. I build them up.
That's good.
And that ruined your pre-show music.
Oh, yeah, it's never been the same since.
That sucks, man.
Well, no. I mean, I've been better. Each show, you get better.
So you
and
must
better,
really
and
respect Joey then, if one little comment can completely turn you off to listening to music.
Now, yes, but
Back then,
then
not
and
as
there,
much respect.
I may have misplaced his bag once or twice.
You're a dick.
Who's better at ribbing?
Credit, I'll take credit when credit is due. I'd have to say I'm the ribber.
What's the best one he's pulled on someone in front of you?
In front of me?
What's the best one he's done to you, and what's the best one he's seen?
I can think of one. I
What
don't
the
know.
hell
if,
does
Go
ribbing
ahead,
mean?
Alex. I can't think. I can't.
What does ribbing mean?
prank, pulling a prank.
practical jokes,
okay.
little ha-has and tee-hees. He was coming back from Texas, and so the morning of, I called him, and he was about 12, 13 hours out, so I may have defecated in his toilet and not flushed it, and just
You fucking dick.
closed the door because there was no window in there, and I, closed the lid so it'd get nice and hot. And he walked in, what the fuck? Walked to the toilet, lifts the toilet, what the fuck? And so I'd have to say that'd probably be my best. Yeah, he's not too happy right now. That'd probably be my best rib on him.
I'd say the best one I did on him was
I could think of one.
right into the apartment naked on a 10-speed. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, and I got on a 10-speed butt naked. I mean, balls to seat, dude. Like, I wouldn't have ridden that bike. And rode right through the door to the hallway of the kitchen, butt naked.
And why did you do that? How is that a ribbing?
I mean, joke was on them.
I'm just gonna go with the generic questions now, guys.
Go ahead.
What got you into professional wrestling? You first, Moonshine.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Just growing up as a kid, and just watched it on TV, and they were like real life superheroes to me. And I was like, damn, that would be so cool if I could do that. And, I just thought that as a kid, never really took it too seriously. And then one day, 17, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I was with my girlfriend at the time. She was saying, oh, what are you going to do with your life, because you're about to graduate school, you're not really feeling like college. And I just kind of said it sarcastically. I was like, oh, be a pro wrestler. And I got goosebumps, and I'm getting goosebumps right now. It felt like an epiphany, that was what I needed to do. And I Googled it, and ever since then, it's been my dream and my passion.
All right. And who are some of your influences? Who are your favorite wrestlers?
I grew up in the Attitude Era, and everyone's always, oh, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H. I absolutely love and still love New Age Outlaws.
Okay.
They were just the tag team aspect, because I had a brother growing up, and, we'd always wrestle each other, and I always wanted to be like badass Billy Gunn and have my road dog, and luckily, I found my road dog, True Muff Daddy.
Yeah, how do you feel about being road dog to his?
Brian James is Armstrong is a badass wrestler. He comes from the Armstrong family, so I'm going to take that as a compliment.
You're very well.
Badass.
That's so sweet.
You should hear him rap.
Yeah. Huh?
You should hear him rap.
Oh,
He's got flows.
I wouldn't know about that.
What about you, TMD?
I became a wrestler because I just wanted to have sex with fat women.
Okay.
That's a good life goal too.
Yeah. No.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
I know you've done really well with that, but other than that,
I'm into big game hunting, Daniel.
Okay.
My dad used to take me to the Oakland Coliseum in the 80s, and I would literally live. I got to see Hogan, Andre the Giant, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Heart Foundation. I mean, the best of the best. I mean, and if you saw that shit live as a kid, you were hooked. First show ever. I remember I was hooked. He took me to WrestleMania 3. And
You went to WrestleMania 3?
Yeah, bro. I was there. I was at WrestleMania 3. Yeah.
Word.
Not in Michigan. I was in Oakland, closed circuit television. Yeah, but I was still there. And some of my favorite wrestlers of all time would just be if you did a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, it'd probably be Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, and it's like a tie between Undertaker and Rock. But my favorites I grew up loving was Bret Hart, Michael P.S. Hayes, Jimmy Garvin, the Freebirds, Demolition. Yeah, sorry about that. Hogan, Mach, pretty much anyone from the 80s.
So you liked Demolition even though they were like a cheap ripoff of the Road Warriors?
They weren't though.
They kind of were.
They weren't. They weren't. I think they were in a whole different league.
It was WWF trying to replace Road Warriors, I think. And then when Legion of Doom came in, Demolition kind of...
No, you know who was more of a Legion of Doom ripoff was the Powers of Pain, Warlord and Barbarian. They were more of a ripoff. Demolition just had a whole different look. They came out with the mask. They did the the reason why I go that's because of Demolition. When they would take off their mask, they show their red or green tongues or whatever. They had the face paint. They had the studs. Road Warriors had the bigger spikes. They didn't have studs. They had spikes. So yeah, Demolition kind of looked like some backroom biker gang, in the Castro district in San Francisco. But the Road Warriors came. They looked like they were gonna kill you. And they did. They were really, really brutal in the ring, and they came out to Black Sabbath, Iron Man. I mean, shit. For me, it's a toss-up. I'm a Demolition guy. That's who I like.
My older brother was big into Road Warriors, so I'm always going to be a Road Warriors guy. Ooh, what a rush!
Yeah.
This is before your time, then.
Oh
obviously,
yeah,
obviously.
A little bit younger than you two, old farts.
Hey, the older the bull, the stiffer the horn.
Douche.
You like that one, Daniel?
I guess.
You can have some of my
That's
pizza
the best
if you
part.
want.
The best part about that is it's totally not true.
What's not true?
I could tell you for a fact this older horn is not as stiff as it used to be.
Oh, you speak for yourself, buddy.
I don't believe you.
Are we talking about bulls here?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
exactly what we're
When it
talking
comes
about.
to my sex drive, we are. Still me.
That's me. Best Saved by 10 in the world. Right
Whole
here.
world, right?
How long did it take you to like?
Just a quick shout out, Heatherly Art Photography, always great, excellent
Heatherly.
photos. So if you ever need, something shot by her, hit her up.
How long did it take you to like figure out what your autograph was gonna be? For both of you.
Well, for me, I don't know cursive,
Because I'm gonna let me zoom in. I want to zoom in to show everybody what the.
I literally had no thought put into my autograph.
His is just, my pen's about to die. Let me just scribble it in.
So
real
now,
quick.
And what's that line into the X at the bottom? Is that supposed to be like
an
an
exclamation mark? Yeah.
Oh,
An exclamation mark.
That's what it is.
You know what I would love to talk about too?
you can talk about whatever you want.
Our biggest fears.
Oh, great.
So I'll go ahead and go first, and then I'll let his, because his is way worse than mine. One of my biggest fears is I'd hate to just be transported and teleported and replaced with someone that actually, has a real skill or talent, like a construction worker that's, operating some crane or something, and I have to just, oh shit, I'm there now. Or like I fucking get transported now, I'm a brain surgeon, I have to, save this guy's life.
Yeah.
And,
So that's what you worry about every day.
yeah. I'm worried that I'm just going to get transported and turned into
Are you
someone
like a
else.
fucking Nightcrawler or something?
No, I'm not saying teleport,
Or
through a
Nightprowler.
What if you were to
Nightcrawler.
What if you were like
Because I don't
transported?
have
This
any
were last
real
week.
actual
The
skills
Floyd
other than
Mayweather
professionals.
fight, and you got transported into Floyd's body. Would you let Conor knock you out, or would you run around the ring?
Okay. It was guaranteed that Mayweather was going to win. Let me just say that.
No, I know. So you're transporting into his body.
Are you saying
No.
the fight was rigged?
No. I mean, I'm just saying, you put a boxer up against someone that's not necessarily, I'm not saying he doesn't have talent or, isn't,
Right.
an excellent fighter, but, he only had, a little bit of amateur, background. But if I was put, into those shoes, I would totally flop the fight. I would just drop down 10 seconds. Just because of all the bets on McGregor and just the financially what it would do to fuck over Vegas and probably the world, I would do that just to see shit burn. But,
But you might get killed for that.
But Mayweather might get killed because I'd only be in his body for the fight or for 15, fucking
Oh,
minutes,
you didn't
so.
say that. You just said.
Oh, no, I wouldn't, I'm sorry, not saying like live their life or whatever, 'cause
Oh, okay.
that's their
That's
life.
what-
Just
okay.
have to do their job for 15, 20 minutes,
Could you imagine if that randomly happened and like we didn't know that and we just were watching the fight, we were into it,
like
and then
setting up
Floyd
all
just
this
fucking
stuff,
drops
I
down?
wouldn't know how to do that.
It kind of reminds me.
Neither does Daniel. And we're doing just fine.
It kind of reminds me of that old show Quantum Leap, except he knew where he was going. They would send. Did he know? It's
I
been
don't
so
know.
long. Do you remember that show?
Name that fucking dude. Name that actor.
Scott Bakula. Damn it. But the show, did he know where he was going, or did he get transported back and then have to figure out why he went back?
I'm gonna
there?
say I don't remember.
Okay,
A damn
you're gonna have to
thing.
look up
I just remember the show.
I don't have to look up the description, but I know he had to go back in the past and like fix fucked up shit that happened. Like that was the whole show. Like he'd show up in someone else's body, something happened, he had to fix that.
So his fear would be he'd ruin everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he's saying he has no skills now.
Yeah, I know how to wrestle. That's pretty much it.
So if he like got
and drive.
transported,
So if
I can
you,
do that,
well,
if I can running a store and shit, like what the fuck?
no, that's true.
well, 15 minutes you could fake it if you're running.
yeah.
a
So if
store.
you were to get
Yeah.
transported
Hey, dude.
into any WWE stars or any wrestler body, who would you want to be transported into?
That's a really creepy question.
And you'd become them for the match.
Ugh.
And you might be familiar with their move set, so you might be able to emulate them
At any point in time.
any point in time.
Damn, that's a great question.
Bastion Booger.
For one match, though, you have to call out the match. So, like, something you've seen. Like Undertaker, Mankind type thing. It doesn't have to be that big, but something that you've seen. That if you had that match.
New Age Outlaws versus, it was supposed to be The Rock and Kane. But Kane ended up showing up late and yada, yada, yada. But I'd put myself in that match.
As both of them?
Either one, yeah.
All
Is
right.
that a Harry Potter shirt?
No.
It's
Yeah.
a Banksy shirt, isn't it?
I gave that to him.
Did you?
He did.
What is it?
I
It's
think it's supposed to be a Harry Potter Banksy shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
What?
The graffiti artist?
What's I
Yeah.
know, but what's in his hand? Is that a
Hey,
boomerang?
it's a nimbus, the golden nimbus.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I didn't know that. It looked
No,
like
no, sorry, not the nimbus, the snitch. The nimbus is the broom. Sorry, that's a snitch.
it looked like peas. He looks like he's holding up peas in his hand, like a big pea pod.
Does not look like that at all.
What the fuck?
I
What
think
does
it's
it
time
look
for
like?
thicker glasses.
What does it look
It looks like
then?
a shitty boomerang. It looks like fucking like
It looks like a plantain.
it looks like a feather.
a dried plantain.
Excuse me. It's a golden snitch.
What's your biggest fear, Joey? Since
Shit.
Yes. Tell the world.
get into the mic too.
My biggest fear is dressing up for Halloween as an Easter bunny. Something sweet and innocent. Going to a party and getting my ass kicked. Like literally, like getting fucking mollywopped in front of fucking a crowd of strangers in a pink bunny suit. That's one of my worst fears ever. That's really like one of my worst fears. Like you go somewhere, it's like a hella happy night. You're all in a festive mood. You're going out, you're dancing, you're smiling, and then you accidentally bump into somebody, maybe spill their drink. He gets mad and he just fucking uppercuts you, and you're like maybe with a
Head
girl.
goes flying.
Yeah, and like the ear kind of just does this or something. And you kind of take a bump right there, and then he's just on top of you, grounding and pounding you, and doesn't stop. No one helps because you're in a bunny fucking suit.
You're trying to punch, but nothing's doing
So you
anything.
think
You
I
got
know
that
there's
little mitts on. You got that little mitts on. So
Can't grab
So
them.
you think no one will come to your aid because you're wearing a bunny suit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I have
So
a question.
now you know, like, never
dress
wear a
up as-
bunny
yeah,
suit.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So if you're in a bunny suit, and maybe not everyone at the party knows who you are, right?
Right.
And you do drop someone's drink or whatever,
Right.
and that person is Brock Lesnar. Okay. And he didn't know that it was you, right? That it was
Uh-huh.
in the suit. He
Uh-huh.
just knew, oh, there's a fucking bunny suit in front of me, and he just knocked down my drink.
Okay, yeah. I'd probably scrap like a girl, yeah. If that's what you really want to hear, yes, I probably would. I'd get on both my fucking knees and beg, please.
Well, you could also play slow. Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's not really an act. That's not a gimmick.
Tell us about how it is in the indie world right now, like the trials and tribulations that you go through, like the cool stuff about it, the shitty things about it, like, I mean, what else? You don't have to name names, but have you run into like some shitty like
Promoters, do you
situations?
get screwed over? Do you
No,
like,
not at all.
There's
to be
this guy,
honest.
Caesar Black. Let me tell you. Everyone that we've encountered thus far, we've been very fortunate. Always cool, super respectful. We always, try to be respectful to everyone we meet. And it's just we've been fortunate and blessed to be surrounded with the people that we are.
What about when you
with.
get in the ring with someone that you've never had any interaction with before? Like, how is it calling spots and calling the match and stuff like that? Like, have you had any issues with that?
No, it's everyone's different. It's just it's just one big dance. You just get in there and go.
Okay, so you haven't had a bad match where you're like, this guy just was not giving you anything?
No, I mean maybe with him.
I mean, there has to be.
I worked with him once. He didn't really let me.
What?
No, I'm not talking about you. But no, I haven't. Nothing.
This sounds fucking peachy, guys. Like, you guys
Yeah.
have rock and what are the rock and roll lifestyle? Like, where is it?
This is perfect right now.
Everyone should be a fucking wrestler
is
after
fucking
listening to you guys
peaches
talk
and
about
cream,
it.
you know?
I'm waiting for my turn.
No, go ahead. I mean, I've been very. There's not really anyone I can think of. I mean, some people stink. Other
we
than
know
that.
we know that professional wrestling is very territorial and people are like very guarded. So when I'm assuming when an outsider comes in, like let's say you guys get called to do a show, you've never done a show there before, you've never met these guys before, they're not going to be as
open
to help you out.
First of all,
in
you
front
got
of
like
their whole crowd.
40 people ahead of you. You got that promoter's friends and people he's been booking since the beginning of their start. So the people that are loyal to that promoter, those people are always going to come ahead of you. So to come in and nobody knowing you, it's hard, and that's what we're doing now. But I mean, we're proving ourselves, like you said. We're making the journeys.
Get on the mic.
Putting on the miles, and really, it's been fun. It's been great. Everyone's been good to us. We've been paid every single match. I mean, really, it's been really fun. I mean, there's a few things I miss about other places I've been. I mean, production. Like where we come from, like the production level was fucking insane, and now it's not there. But for us, it's just man, it's just wrestling. It's just
Right.
right there. That's all you got is wrestling. No really smoke and mirrors and glitz and glamour. So that's fuck. I wouldn't have it any other way.
If there's one thing that I could definitely change about some of the locker rooms that we've encountered is just, everyone just shower before you go.
And if you're gonna fart, if you're
Just a
gonna
little
pass
heads
gas,
up.
hey hillbilly, I'm about to drop brown right now in my pants. Like let hillbilly know.
just a little courtesy. Hey,
Okay, so you're gonna have to
I had a
explain.
burrito.
You're gonna have to explain that then. What happened?
Well, he's more of the fart. Everyone likes to fart around him, but
There's etiquette. When you're a wrestler, there's etiquette. When you're driving down the road in a car with people and other wrestlers, there's etiquette.
I'm a little guilty on that.
And number one is you don't fucking fart with the windows up. If you do, anybody out there, you're a disgusting piece of pile of shit. You need to wipe your ass.
Sorry.
And yeah.
So that's like the number one rule violation.
For me, it is. I don't know, but no, there's etiquette. There's like everywhere else in life, there's etiquette. You show up to a wedding, you sip a certain way or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Or you bring a present, which I don't do that either.
to a birthday party. Maybe.
Yeah. So there's etiquette, and for me, I'm really bad with like hygiene and farts and shit like that, and
So I know in the MMA, when they're rolling around doing all that stuff between matches, they'll bleach the canvas to prevent staph and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Is that
they
any
don't do
sort
that.
of?
No, they did not do that. We were rolling around in E. coli and
Blood
and guts and
caca.
feces, and
Sometimes
mucus. Huh?
Sometimes pee.
I almost shit myself during a match once.
Did you?
Yeah. Yep.
I've always wondered that. Like, what if you had to go take a shit or you got hit and
your
you
nerves pick up right before you're about to go out,
Of course.
or like a match before, you're sitting back there, so you get that peeing feeling right away. Like,
Right.
shit, I gotta take a pee. So you usually gotta take a pee before your match.
Or a good old fashioned fear dump.
Yeah, and you want to get all that shit out of you literally before you go wrestle because I went out there one time.
Bring the mic to you a little bit, man. I think that's the problem.
You can't
I'll
look
do it,
this
I'll do
good full of pee and poo. I'll tell you that much.
Actually, I was full of pee and poo right there. That's why I'm down. That's why I'm squatting. I'm trying to
That's
relieve
that
the
face.
pressure. I'm trying to relieve the pressure.
Well, continue with your story. So what? You went out there and you
You had to
almost
make brown.
You just what happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You had to
Well,
go Duke.
I went out there, and and I had a feeling like I had a shit, but it was too late. I had to go out there.
Oh, so it was before you even went out. You had to take. You were felt
Shit,
like,
yeah. Like I'm sitting at the curtains, and it's like, And so I went out there, and the first move I took was a hip toss, and I felt it just go down, and for all I knew, I just shit myself. So I had to continue the whole match with that shitty feeling, like it's gonna come out your trunks and all that.
And he wears short shorts.
And
too,
I
so it
even
would've been all
did
over.
a splash on the homeboy. And I remember as soon as the match was done, I didn't say nothing to nobody. I ran straight to my car and drove straight to my apartment, and nothing was there. It was just a really close call. It was a really close
Too
call.
close
But
for
that was like
comfort.
one of the worst feelings in the world, knowing like shit's gonna be dripping out your pants and if you hang against and
Did you come back after?
I did.
Okay.
Of course.
and you told everybody.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
said,
left.
Sorry, it's a false alarm. I did not shit myself.
What if you did shit yourself though?
It'd be a really shitty situation. Everyone's gonna see it, and
that-
then they're gonna post it online,
Yeah, no.
and then you're gonna go viral.
Because that happened in the UFC
That's a
last
great
month
idea.
or 2 months.
Oh, one of the girls should.
One of us
Yeah,
should totally
yeah.
shit ourselves during a match, and we could post it and go viral.
It could.
It's good exposure.
It's terrible exposure.
I mean, bad publicity is good publicity, though, right?
It came to you.
You might have to change your names, though.
After that one,
Yeah. I
or
don't know.
not.
DMT.
What?
What's the D stand for?
Daddy.
What's the MT stand for?
Muff True.
I thought you were gonna say stomach because I just took a shit.
Oh.
I get it, MT. All right.
Oh.
So does wrestling?
I thought you meant like Dookie Monster Tower.
That's even better.
That would be But so does wrestling like support you guys financially, or do you guys
No.
have more than one job?
Well, see, I'm the lucky one. Yeah, I do make money in wrestling. As a matter of fact, when I leave here, I got an audition for an AT&T commercial as a wrestler. So I'm different, like the 2 Chainz song. I'm an actor too, so my last 3 jobs have all been wrestling related. Disney, Gamer's Guide to pretty much everything. Little plug there. I did a Chevy commercial as a wrestler. Plug there. I also did Otterbox. Plug there. I'm blessed. I'm lucky. I get to do what I love and make money doing it. So yeah, there's been months where the rent and bills are all paid because I'm strapping up boots and getting my ass kicked.
How does that feel?
Feels amazing. Feels like sometimes I feel like
Like a rock star.
No, well, I don't want to stop with me because I see so many people out there. Like literally, seriously, like you go out there and you risk your life for $20. Like it's no joke. I know 2 wrestlers right now. Shout out to Jody Christopherson and Will Roberts. 2 great guys. They got to retire early because neck surgery, neck injuries, broken necks, and one of them has been wrestling 3 years less than me. So. I mean, I see that all the things that they all go through, and I'm back there with them. And I always tell the people, I won't tell everybody, but some of the ones I like, I'll pull them aside and say, hey, there's other ways to make money in this business besides bumping. And I'm blessed to live out here in Hollywood where, that's just a thriving business. Like I said, there's a lot of work for wrestlers, and I'm just blessed to be in that.
Too blessed
circle.
to be stressed.
That's right. Too blessed to be stressed.
So let me ask you then, how do you guys feel about the current state of wrestling? Like, do you feel like it's healthy? Is it in a good place? Do you think it's like, I don't think we're ever going to get back to the level of the Attitude Era. I think that's the peak of professional wrestling. Like,
I'll make it quick. Everyone out there's so negative with their opinions. I think everyone should just relax and be fans and let the product be the product. Me personally, it doesn't captivate me like characters like Macho Man, Stone Cold, The Rock,
Moonshine,
Hogan,
Rex Calhoun.
Moonshine, Rex Calhoun, TMD. It doesn't. Nobody makes me want to buy a ticket. Nobody makes me want to tune in. First of all, nobody makes me want to show up.
Or buy an 8x10.
Yeah, and the reason why is because they're not letting. From what I hear, from what I understand, they're not letting a lot of wrestlers be themselves. It's so heavily produced and scripted as to where you couldn't script The Rock or Stone Cold. They went out there and just did it, felt it. And for me, I feel like there's just too much producing their lines, and they're not actors. I'm not saying I'm a fucking great actor or anything, but I know how hard it is to act, to be able to be perfect every time in front of a camera, hitting all cylinders are firing or whatnot. It's very hard. So that I believe there's a lot of bad acting going on. It's just I don't know. Do you feel it?
No, I'm with you. I think the characters just aren't there anymore.
There's nobody that makes you want to tune in. What about you?
I agree.
Well, that actually brings. I wish I had my laptop plugged in because I wanted Gian to listen to this. Did you guys listen to the Roman Reigns, John Cena spot?
Yeah, that was the best. That was the best.
That was fucking great.
Roman Reigns ever. That was true.
It was great.
Yeah,
so Gian has no idea what happened at all.
I don't either. I heard about it. I heard it was a crazy promo.
So I'll just briefly explain what happened. So they were in the ring signing a contract, and Roman Reigns started calling out John Cena, basically saying that, I work my ass off all the time, and you come in here part time, and you expect you own the place, but like you're not putting in the work, you're not putting in the effort, blah blah blah. Like really, like the first time Roman Reigns is actually becoming the heel, which is what everyone feels like he should be, because no one fucking likes him. But then John Cena kind of fired it right back at him, and he's like, "You've had all the opportunities, you should be taking my spot." And the reason why that I'm still fucking here is because you suck.
Do your job,
yeah, because you haven't. And he's literally saying shit like this too. It was like I was curious how much was scripted and how much was coming.
So was
from
it? You guys think it was a legit shoot, like CM Punk?
It's always.
Let me tell you. I was talking to John the other day.
Cena, John Cena.
Yeah. Johnny to me. They wanted it, to leave it up to, to make your own,
That's what JC told you?
Yeah. That's what Johnny C had told me when I texted him.
But what's your take on it? Do you think? I mean, I feel like everything is a little bit scripted.
Of course. I mean, they're not gonna let you go out there and just go roughshot,
right?
Unless you're CM Punk.
Or John Cena.
But the bigger the star you are, the more leadway you'll get. And I believe there's always, the best promos are the ones that have a little bit of truth to it, and with the stuff they're saying to each other is absolute truth
on both sides.
Yes. So if you know the story, you know, but I mean, I'm pretty damn sure it was all green lighted beforehand, you know, this, that, and the other. But sometimes people will go out there, they'll go back to Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, you know, on national television. He basically insinuated that Bret Hart was cheating on his wife, and that wasn't pre-approved, you know. So those things kind of happen, but that kind of rivalry and intensity where you involve realism, like the actual stuff that's happening, make the best storylines, best television, and all that stuff. So in reality, like I tuned in and I was glued to that because, you know, I'm pulling from Roman Reigns. I really am.
You like him? You like this fucking this?
I'll tell you why. I pull for anybody who everyone's
Samoan.
against, and no, not because he's Samoan. I pull for anybody that everyone
TMD
wants to
is
see
not
fail.
Samoan, by the way. His tattoos look like it.
Well, if you really want to know, the Usos, Roman Reigns, and myself have all been tattooed by the same person, and I was the first one to get tattooed by him. His name was Samoan Mike out of Florida, Sacred Center Tattoo. Shout to ya, Uso.
But do you think that's going to be, if let's say it's popular? Because I feel like when I saw I didn't hear anything, but I started seeing the memes for it, and I'm like, what is this? So I actually
it was really good. It was really good. It came off really well. Roman Reigns, that was the best promo he ever cut. People always bag on him for his promo skills, and that was his best. But you could tell he was a little like, you know, but he did good. He did really good, and tell you the truth, with Cena, I'm not a Cena fan by any means, but I respect that guy for his work ethic, what he's done, and how long he's been on top. And to be a pro wrestler on top in the biggest company for as long as he's been on top, that says something about you as a person, as a performer. So I respect that.
But at the same time,
See, I kind of look at John Cena's run as he's like the Kendrick Lamar of WWE.
I don't get that reference.
I don't know what that
That's
means.
basketball,
either.
right?
No, it's a rapper. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar. People are saying he's one of the greatest of all time.
Well, first of all, people throw that fucking word around.
They do,
so
especially nowadays.
Fucking much,
Especially,
man.
but
how long has he been? How many albums does he have out?
these 4 albums.
Not the greatest of all time. He's only been around what, 2 years, 2, 3 years, 4 years?
It's like 4 or 5 years.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan, so I can't speak on Kendrick
But
Lamar.
it's also the thing where it comes
Unless
down
Snoop
to
Dogg.
like when you're the best in a low talent pool. You know.
Oh God, yeah. The rappers today are horrible.
Right, and I think
So yeah, he probably is the
it's kind of the
greatest
same
of
thing
all
with
time.
John Cena as well. Like the talent pool that he is
Well,
with right now is so like
Yes
That's why.
and no,
That's
yes
why
and
I agreed
no.
with Roman Reigns.
Yes and no, because the WWE right now has some of the best talent in the world that it's ever had. Because you got 205 Live, you got the Cruiserweight division.
Nakamura.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some of the best athletes in the world right now. But for me,
But there was a stretch there. There was a good 10 years.
oh
where
yeah, no,
there was nobody
if
but
you know,
Cena.
If you know wrestling, it has its booming periods,
Right.
And really, in my opinion, it's in a booming period right now. Look how just it's everywhere. If you go on Yahoo
I
News,
agree with Joey.
you can catch news about a pro wrestler in Yahoo News front page every day. There's something involving wrestling or wrestlers. We've got The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's going to be president in like 4 years, maybe. I don't know. You got oh God, I'm not even mention his name, but you got someone in the White House right now who took a stunner, like
Linda McMahon.
or she took one too. Our president.
Oh, yeah, both
He's
of
taking
them.
a stunner. Pro wrestling is huge and it's everywhere right now. With the network, the marketing, it's so worldwide. I mean, so in my opinion, we're in a boom period right now. It just needs to be fine tuned with the characters.
They need to utilize the properties better.
Indie wrestling's where it's at.
I mean, their champion
really
right now
character.
is Indian Jinder Mahal.
no, indie like independent.
Oh.
That dude is ripped. He's
Well, he follows my workout regimen, so you know it's understandably so. But yeah. Anyways, I'm actually looking forward to the Roman Reigns John Cena matchup.
I
because-
might go to No Mercy now because of it, because it's going to be at the
Well, listen,
Staples
you got
Center.
a
really?
situation
well, I
here.
think is the WWE gonna fucking handle it properly? Or are they gonna mess it up? Like they've messed up a lot of storylines.
well, you don't know if they're going to mess it up because something like this has never happened before. You've never taken two performers who are the top dogs in a company and they're both booed out the building and they're not heels. They're not heels, so you're getting them both together. So really, it's kind of like make you choose sides because I think everybody right now hates Roman Reigns more.
Well, could this also be John Cena finally turning heel? Because I feel like that's something that needed to happen 5 years ago, and it still hasn't happened.
I that would be, to me,
He needs to
would
bring
need
back the chains. He needs to start rapping again.
Well, that's kind of what Hogan did. Look when Hogan's everyone was sick of the red and yellow, and for me, the one thing I never liked about Cena was his gear. I hate the jorts, and I hate the bright colors and the wristbands, whatever, yada yada
Jorts.
yada.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I was talking to Johnny C. He wants to, Hogan, he was adamant, I don't want to be heel, everyone looks at me as a face, brother, red, white, and yellow, brother, brother.
Red, white, and yellow?
Red, yellow. Well, because he's white. And John Cena, he doesn't want to
He's
do...
brown as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, tan.
borderline
He doesn't want
orange.
to turn heel. He wants to, his whole career, face. He wants to retire, end it on a high note, face, no heel, because heels are dastardly, and that goes against all the hustle, loyalty, and respect, and that's just that's from the horse's mouth. That's from Johnny C.
Right, and I think that's just like beating a dead horse. Eventually you're gonna have to take that leap, because that could rejuvenate his career, and that could actually make the WWE product overall better.
Yeah,
if he turned,
I agree.
It'd make it more. I would tune in for John Cena finally turning heel.
Because you can make because if people are paying attention to him being heel, then anyone he fights can become a big star now.
I'm not gonna say it's easy being a heel either. You guys should know, but I feel like it's easier to make a crowd boo you than it is to make them cheer for you.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, possibly, but we wouldn't know, because everyone loves us everywhere we
Right,
go. I'm just
exactly.
saying, we're the Rock N Rodeo Express.
It's a great 8x10.
Well, I mean, but I feel like
Best
I feel like these people need to
Handsome
rejuvenate.
guys.
They need to beat. I mean, because you had the red and yellow Hulk, and then he was Hollywood Hogan, right? And went to WCW, did all that, and then NWO, and then towards the end of his career, he brought it back. He brought back that vintage, the red and yellow, but everyone welcomed it, So I just feel like that's everybody. I feel like other than Stone Cold and The Rock, but The Rock kind of had a transition when he went from when he was first coming up.
Well, you can't compare anybody to Stone Cold either, because he was the first. He's like an anti-hero, because he
Yeah.
wasn't a face or a heel.
Right, exactly.
He came in.
But that's what I'm saying. He's the exception of the rule.
Yeah, and he did have a heel turn towards the end too, when he was doing what that.
But
part,
even then,
yeah.
it was
What?
still Stone Cold.
It was still Stone Cold, but he was definitely a heel. Like there was no
It doesn't matter
He
what he's-
led a faction. He led a faction. I don't know.
316 says "fuck you." I think that was one of his shirts.
Did it?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it. It
What
was,
was-
it
Fear?
was fuck fear. Yeah.
Yeah,
see?
fuck fear. Okay, I knew that. I knew there was an F word in the.
Yeah, really good shit. I remember that one.
But I must have seen 360. Someone probably made a shirt like that, but I know he definitely used the F word in it, and that you would never see that in anyone's merch.
Well, that's why
today.
he has two podcasts. One of them is a clean one, and one of them
Yeah.
is where he drops f-bombs left to right. But Stone Cold
I didn't know that.
he has an explicit podcast, and then he has the one for the
the
kids.
only podcast I listen to is something
Bruce
to wrestle
Pritchard.
with Bruce Pritchard.
Okay,
You don't listen to ours, you
Thanks
fuck?
for listening.
Wrestling
you-
podcast,
you-
the assholes.
You guys cover
He
everything,
doesn't.
movies.
Yeah, I said
and-
wrestling. I said wrestling.
That's fine. That's okay. That's fine. Anyways, you got to wrap this up. So, do you guys want to plug anything before we go?
September 17th, we will be in Sacramento
Sacramento.
for Supreme Pro Wrestling.
SPW.
Some SPW action in Sacramento area. If you guys
Live
are
and
there.
direct.
And
October 28th, we'll be at the Verde Club in San Francisco.
For that dastardly...
Caesar Black. November 3rd, we'll be in Elk Grove, Sacramento.
For the Tonga Kid. Great guy.
TK
great guy.
Fatu. A lot of Sacramento gigs with the R&R Express. Why can't we get booked out here in SoCal area?
yeah, you guys, if you're
Because this jabroni Parker Greaves he makes us look bad.
Parker Greaves, that son of a.
That-
Anyways,
Don't get me started.
We will be seeing you soon in a town near you, hopefully.
what about Instagram, Facebook? You guys got a page?
Rock N Rodeo Express, Facebook. Can I make one more comment?
One more comment.
Show's
You
over.
know, opinions are like assholes. Some are shitty, and some are beautiful. So please, show us your assholes. Something like that.
And that's it.